you laughing for? Serious?
I'm Catholic.
I'm Catholic. Don't do if puts against the absolutes.
I am too American for this.
They're Liverpool memes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. Today we'll be making Paštašuta, or pasta with meat sauce. So this is basically the Croatian version of a Bolognese sauce. It has meat, and it does not have milk, and it cooks in like 30 minutes, which is perfect if you want something like quick and easy on a weekday, and you don't have time to let it, reduce for 4 hours like a typical Bolognese would. Bolognese should, like, if you probably take Bolognese, it should take you like 4 hours.
It's gotta reduce.
And there is actually, I'm pretty sure there's no wine technically in it. It's supposed to be milk.
Italian, sound off in the comments.
Paštašuta also does not have to have meat.
The best way to make Bolognese is out of a jar. Sound off in the comments. Pineapple is perfect for pizza. I love the slightly curdled taste of the cheese when the pineapple touches it.
This is a very popular dish. Every family has their own recipe, and so this is just gonna be the one I'm showing you. You can change this all up as much as you'd like, and it still could be Paštašuta, just your version of it. This dish is actually so popular, there is a monument to it in Šibenik, and that's just how important this is to people.
No.
Nick, fix it in post.
No!
This is also one of Nick's favorite dishes, so I have a judge to tell me how good I did. We'll see. Everything I make is good. I just like to hear it all the time. All right, so let's get on into the ingredients. We have ground beef and pork, 50-50 ratio. This is one of those things too you can change up. All pork, all beef, lamb, whatever. Just go crazy, have fun. You don't even need the meat if you don't want the meat. This could be a vegetarian dish if you'd like. Whatever it is, we're using 50-50. I think this is like 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds of meat, onions, and garlic, as per always. We have passata, which is tomato sauce. You're gonna want to have a can or a jar, something that you can fill up with water and then pour into the sauce, because you want this watery. You're gonna cook some of the pasta into the sauce. We'll get into that later, but you do want this really watery. We have pasta. We're going with spaghetti, but honestly, any kind of pasta would work. Like any kind of long pasta, short pasta, maybe not cut pizza. I don't think that would work well, but you could try it if you'd like. Then we have white wine. We're cooking in olive oil, as this is a Dalmatian dish. Fortunately, I ran out of my own olive oil, so that's why we're back onto store-bought. It's very disappointing. Salt, pepper, and Dalmatian herbs. It comes pre-mixed. If you want to use herbs de Provence, it's kind of like similar. So we're gonna head on over to the stove, where we will start with browning our meat. So here we are at the stove. I have my pot here. We're just gonna put some olive oil, a lot of olive oil into there. This has been heating up for a while because we've just been gapping as we tend to do. And it already looks like it's up to temp. So we're just gonna take our ground meat, get burnt, and we're just gonna let the ground meat brown now on all sides. This should take like 7 to 10 minutes, maybe less, depends on how hot your pan is. So once the beef has started to brown, we'll just push it off to the side and we'll add in our onion, right? And we'll have them both be cooking at the same time. This is, you don't have to do it this way. You could remove the beef, but now you don't have to wash something else. And we love not having to wash something else. I forgot to season this, so we have, I don't know why I always pick pepper first and salt. If it looks like it needs a little more oil, like mine does, I'll just add another glug of oil. We'll let this cook until the onions soften, about 5 minutes, then we'll add in our garlic, and then the wine, and the tomato sauce. So once the onions have softened, we'll go ahead and add in the garlic. This will only cook for, like, as always, about a minute, or until it is fragrant. And once the garlic is fragrant, we will deglaze with our white wine. I like white wine. I almost always cook with white wine. Like, unless it's meat, like beef, I really rarely ever cook with red wine. It's kind of like the flavor more this way. This up, and then we'll use the liquid from the wine, scrape off all the burnt on parts at the bottom. And then we'll add in our tomato sauce. Okay. One jar, it's okay. We'll get this out with water. And second jar. So now to get the rest of this out, we're just gonna fill with water, basically up to the top. Take our lid, shake, 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 and put it all back in. And we'll do that again with this other one. So it is a lot of water, but we do want this to be watery because the pasta will finish cooking in the sauce and then it will thicken up. This we want to simmer now for about 30 minutes. We're just going to give this a nice stir together. And like I said, let this simmer for 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the full time. So we're going to start the water for the pasta. And when the pasta is about halfway done, the spaghetti takes 10 minutes. So after 5 minutes, we'll put it into the sauce at 25 minutes after now. So the total is 30. Hope that all made sense. No? Before I forget, we're going to take our Dalmatian herbs and put them into our coffee filter. Now you could just put this directly into the pot, but this way we'll get the flavor without having some of these hard herbs in the sauce. I'll just put this right in. Maybe a little more salt. My mom's not here. We can put as much salt as we want. So this is now just going to cook. We'll be back when it's time to put the pasta into the sauce. So 5 minutes into cooking our spaghetti, we are going to remove and put it into the Paštašuta. And here it will cook for a further 5 minutes until it is fully done. When you get to this point and the Paštašuta still looks really watery, just let it cook a little bit more. You don't want the sauce at the end to be like a soup. You want it to be like an actual meat pasta sauce. And that is all of it. So we'll just go and stir together. If at any point you notice the opposite and then it's too dry, you can just take your pot of pasta water and burn yourself and just throw a little bit extra in. 5 minutes, we'll be done and we'll be back at the counter to serve. And once the pasta has soaked up all of the water, it is time to serve. As you can see, I went ahead and poured myself a glass of wine because wine makes everything better. Got some tongs, and we'll just get all of our pasta right in. I'm gonna try to make this look nice, but I'm really not good at that, as we all should be aware. Wow, this was, there was an attempt.
What's that?
There was an attempt. I'm not saying it was a good attempt, but there was an attempt.
Sometimes in life it's just better to not try.
Motivation for the kids.
Move you out of the way. I want cheese.
Cheese.
So I do have some cheese here because cheese makes everything better. I was a kid when you would go to like the restaurant and be like, you want cheese? Just say when, and literally just sit there for like a minute as they just grated cheese because there was never enough cheese. And here we have Paštašuta. I feel like this actually looks kind of nice.
It does.
So let's go ahead and give a taste. Get the meat sauce along with the pasta and the cheese, because there's never too much cheese.
Never too much cheese, Calvin?
I said like twice. That is delicious. The pasta is a perfect al dente. The meat, it's just like, I guess it's so cooked down because it falls into really small chunks that it just gets caught up in the pasta, especially as you twirl it around. The tomato sauce, like, reduced totally, so it's really not saucy at all. It's just all clinging to the pasta, and it is, yeah, I can see why every family loves this and why there is a monument to it. So this was Paštašuta. If you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, go by the deck.